1, 2, 3. I love it.
No problem at all.
1, 2, 3. More?
We want more.
Hello, and welcome to Can We Go Live? I have such a special guest here today. My goodness, I can't believe we managed to make this work, but I know everyone at home absolutely has seen the jaw-dropping Milky blonde that Pink LeBlond created. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine, trust me. I can't believe we made this work.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I can't believe I'm here. I feel like I'm an Australian now.
I love that. How has your time in Australia been?
Honestly, so good. Like, I want to move here now. It's been perfect.
I mean, you're welcome anytime. What have you been doing while you've been here?
So now it's been a week that I'm in Sydney. I hosted 2 classes with L'Oréal Professionnel in Pyrmont, and 1 social media class and 1 hair class. And I've been enjoying the beach. I've been surfing. I've been living the good life.
I love it. Which beach did you go to?
We've been to, like, the first day off, we went to the Bondi Iceberg Pool.
Oh, beautiful.
Which was incredible. And we went to Manly to surf. Everybody was saying, like, Manly is good. The wave was pretty big, so it was kind of messy, very funny. And
Did you manage to stay on the board?
you should go take a look at my TikTok. I did a funny video. It was very, very funny. Definitely not a pro yet. Yeah, it's very funny. And yesterday we went back to Bondi, but we surf in Bondi Beach. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in Australia for 16 years and I've never got on a surfboard.
We should go together. That would be very funny.
Okay, just no TikTok.
No, we need 1 TikTok of you surfing for sure.
So how did your class go?
Honestly, so well.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody here is so nice. Like L'Oréal made it so easy for me. I felt really welcome and the class went super well. The feedback were great, yeah.
That's awesome. So we'll be coming back again.
Yes, I think so. L'Oréal, you need to have me back.
L'Oreal, please. How, firstly, did you get into Pink LeBlond? Like, how did you start it? I want to know how you expanded into arguably a better marketing strategy than most marketing professionals.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I feel like Pink LeBlond has always been my personal brand on Instagram, and it started like almost, I want to say, like 12 years ago. So I started a hair school. It was already my name, and I was posting since the very start of Instagram as Pink LeBlond. And at time, like, Instagram wasn't like what it is now. So I didn't have like that imposter syndrome. I was just like posting all of my work, lots of me also, which was like different, I feel, at that time, like mixing your work and your personal, like who you are. And I feel like I just like built a following because of my personal brand and the hair I was doing. And when I decided to launch my salon, like to start the salon, I was like, I need to call this Pink LeBlond or Pink LeBlond Club because I don't want to like rebrand myself into something else.
That makes sense actually, because we uncovered like Pinterest posts from like 5 years ago that you've been posting, which I think is very cool because it kind of shows that social media has always been there at your core, right?
Yeah, I've been using Pinterest for 5-10 years, and I started like posting my work, and for me there was always like a bigger purpose and a bigger like mission than just doing hair. I feel like what I want to build is a brand itself, not just like a hair platform or a hair salon. I want people to feel like they're part of something whenever I post content.
It's like a movement.
Yeah, so Pink LeBlond has always been part of my strategy and my business strategy, I guess.
And so when you kind of realized that you wanted it to be a brand, you wanted it to be a community, at which point did you start digging into marketing?
I feel like 7 years ago, I was working in a big salon in Montreal that has their own like marketing. They were doing such a good job. I was also helping them with their marketing. But on the side, like having my Pink Le Blonde Instagram platform, people were calling at the salon, I want to book with Pink Le Blonde, I want to book with Pink Le Blonde. So it's almost like I had my business in their salon.
Yeah.
And this was really powerful for me because I was booked almost like 1 year in advance. It was, and this is when I was like, okay, maybe I should do this for myself. So the brand, the foundation was already there, but I needed to push that at another level. So for me, having my salon was a way to like better my content, better my platform, and like, because at the end of the day, I feel like your aesthetic like screams a lot of like who you are. So working in another person's business, I was like, I think I cannot like grow from this anymore. So I need to like,
And then with that jump as well, there's all the business things that come along too. That must have been quite challenging.
Definitely, I'd say like, having a salon, a lot of people tell me, I would like to work in a space that looks more like me and everything, but like owning a salon with employees is a totally different game. I don't know if I would redo it, to be honest. Like, I love it. I have a team of 25. We're a big salon. Like,
wow,
we're
25.
really busy. Yeah, so it's fun. I enjoy it. I learn every day. But at first, that wasn't like my plan, I'd say. Like, we grow like into this, but yeah, it's definitely has its challenge.
It's actually really cool to hear that you have a team that big. A lot of the feedback that I get from different places in the industry is that we don't have time to do marketing, or we don't have, there's too many overheads, we don't have the capacity to invest in good marketing, but you're doing all of that.
Yeah.
So what's the secret?
This is what I hear all of the time. I don't have the time, and I feel like it's an excuse, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like for sure when you're running a business, you need good foundations. For sure your finance needs to be in place and all the other like things that are important, but marketing is as important. At the end of the day, it's what feeds the salon. And all of our marketing is organic for like the salon platform. And it's crazy, like we get so many new like demands, so many new clients, and it's a way to like keep the business interesting and be able to have premium pricing also. So it's like offers and demand. Like the more you have demands, the more you can increase your price. So for me, that's why I would suggest every salon owner to tap into their marketing.
Yeah, it's how you become the authority, right?
Yeah, but you also need to walk the talk. Like that's something very important. I feel like a lot of people are put a lot of money in their marketing, but when you go into their salon, it's not balancing what they're saying and what they're giving. So that's something for me that is really, really important. So whenever we market something, my goal is that people come in and they feel that our in-salon experience is even greater than our marketing. So you need to like make sure that it balances
end
each
to
other.
end.
Yeah.
Everything's got to be consistent.
Yeah.
You also mentioned, I think it was in one of your, because I subscribed to your
Welcome.
profile. Thank you. You had to do luxury content, but not everything had to be luxury content. You could still do that raw content, but it could still be made to be luxury.
Exactly.
And walking the line between the two is really like that ultimate power move, which obviously you're doing. Actually, how does someone do that?
I feel like this is not for everybody. Like everybody has their style. Some people are more like super relatable on that funny side. But for me, because I want to market the salon and my platform as luxurious, it's important to like always have that aspect of like looks. So for me, like a good way to be more relatable with that looks content is making sure that like wherever you shoot content, that the space looks great, that you look great. Like I feel like you can be funny, but if you're having a good makeup, a good outfit, like it's all like balanced. Like you're never gonna see me like cry on camera and like in a messy like background. Like for me, it's like all about balance and making sure like that everything makes sense with like, you need to embody your brand. So if you want to attract like luxurious clients, you need to embody that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it makes sense, right? Like,
Yeah.
going back to what you were saying before about raising your prices and being able to create that demand, you have to attract the right people that want that. Where do you get your inspiration from? I read somewhere that so for the Milky Blondes, you took inspiration from Rode.
Yeah. So I love to take my inspiration everywhere but in the hair industry. That's the way to go, I feel, because it's such like a saturated market, but it's such a small world that like looking around it and like outside the box is the best way to find inspiration. So Pinterest is one of the great platforms that I use for inspiration. I love Instagram, less TikTok, it's less like inspirational, but definitely Pinterest. And I love to look at like bigger brands like Jacquemus, like all the luxury brand, yeah.
Really, like, give me the playbook to Jacquemus.
Yeah, it's crazy, like how creative he is and how he makes like fashion be more experimental. I want to use that in my marketing.
Yeah, that's. Have you seen the recent campaign that just launched? It was all shot on iPhone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
And it's like becoming more and more shot on iPhone. Like there's no reason not to take good content.
For sure, for sure. I find it really interesting that you mentioned that you look everywhere but the hair industry for inspiration, because part of like our messaging is we need to look to other industries to innovate here in the hair industry, which is borrow from other industries. So we're the same that way.
Yeah, we're the same. I feel like the hair industry has never been pioneer in like setting trends. Like the hair takes trends from like the runways, and like we're following what's happening, and like so to take inspiration from these areas is a good way to create cool
For sure, that's how you lead, right?
Yeah.
How you lead, and like you're doing right now. I want to talk about this campaign.
Yes.
phenomenal work.
Thank
like
you.
literally, figuratively making a Milky blonde.
Yes, exactly.
I really want to know about the campaign planning. What kind of plan goes into that? How long did it take? And
I'm gonna be really honest, this wasn't like super planned. Like L'Oreal asked me if I could like take part in their campaign that was called Milky Blonde, and the brief was like just create a Milky Blonde using our new purple balm. So I was like, okay, let's make it more fun. So immediately when I saw like Milky, I thought of the Rode glazing milk. I was obsessed with like, I was using the product, obsessed with like the old campaign that she did, like pouring like the bottle on her. And I was like, you know what, let's do this with hair. So it was like as simple in my head. So I printed a mood board of like, just because I feel like with my models and my team, it's always easier to like tell a storytelling when you have a mood board. So I created a shot list, a mood board, printed.
It was so chic.
And yeah, easy breezy, and like I used a ice cream preparation, ice cream mix. So it's thicker than milk, like to make sure that we like saw like the definition, because milk is very, very like
it's thin.
Yeah, it's thin, so it wouldn't have made that like
that
look.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I feel like for me, whenever I work for someone, or even for me, it's like, how can I take something that is basic and make it wow?
Yeah.
And that's it. And my mind works weirdly. Like I always have an idea. Like that's how I work. So I know it's not easy for everybody to come up with ideas like that, to be creative. And often people like at first don't trust my ideas. They're like, if I would have tell L'Oreal that I would pour milk on my client's hair, they would be like, I'm not that sure, but they loved it.
They loved it.
Yeah.
I can see why some people would be like, what?
What?
Because it's so different, but look at the execution.
And it's like, it's about trying, you know? It could have been a flop, but if you don't try, you'll never know.
Well, that's the thing. And I think that's why we are kind of like doing the same things, just like you said, because there's no pushing the boundaries. Like people push the boundaries.
Stay in the safe zone, but like, I feel like great things are outside of that zone.
For sure, 100%. Would you say though that you were able to get that inspiration because, you know, up until that point you had almost trained your brain to be thinking in that way. You've been consuming all of that inspiration for years and years
Yeah,
before.
I feel like that is part of like, I always know what's happening in the fashion scene. Like it's something that I genuinely love. Sorry, I have a hard time with that word. So
great.
for me, it's like, it's a passion. So I always want to, like, every time there's a new campaign, I want to like see it. I want to understand how they create it. I love marketing, so I also follow a lot of people that like explain like trends, and like sometimes, you know, they're gonna take like explain like the funnel of why something did something like that. So for me, that's like you said, I think I've been trained to like think like that, because I do it so much. So I feel like it's like you need to put yourself in that like zone of like creativity whenever there's something you want to do. So for me now it's like, it's quick, but I guess it's never like always been like that.
It's actually so refreshing to have this conversation with you, because we were just chatting in the green room just before, and I was saying how like marketing and tech are almost like dirty words in the salon industry. They're like, oh, we don't need that, or like, oh, I can't afford that, but it's so important.
It's so important, and honestly, like I hear that a lot. People that say like, I cannot afford marketing, but it's like, actually you can make it so cheap. Like Instagram is a free platform, TikTok is a free platform. Like I paid like one assistant to help me. I had my model who I just offer her the color services, and I printed a mood board, did a shot list, and that's it. So it doesn't need to be expensive. Like you can create like so much, like such cool stuff just using your iPhone and like your team.
Because Jacques Louis.
Exactly.
Going beyond the content, like what's the strategy? So do you have paid ads running as well? Do you invest much into paid media?
So we just started working with an agency for paid ad, but it's for e-commerce part.
Sure.
So everything salon and like brand related is organic.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I feel like for me, that's key, because I know every single person that comes in the salon really wants to come. Like it's like they know us, they've been like looking at us, so it's like they're happy, you know? So that's important for me. With that said, I think it can be a great way like to be seen, to do like paid ad. If someone starts out and they have like great marketing but cannot be seen, it could be a really great way, and that's what we're doing with our e-commerce right now. Just trying to like position ourselves. I
had a little look for your e-com store. It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Very on brand.
It's the beginning of it, but yeah, that's my like, for 2025, I really want to invest more time and energy into our e-commerce marketing and strategy.
Yeah, that's cool.
For us, it's like, now that we're very established as a brand, people know us as like a hair platform, a hair salon, but now we need to position ourselves as like a luxury online hair and beauty boutique. So that's a challenge, because you kind of need of like repositioning yourself in a different way.
Yeah.
But like, so the wording and the comms are a bit different, but that's fun. That's
paid
it.
ads come in, right?
Exactly.
You get your funnel sorted.
Exactly.
Get them in.
Exactly. That's fun. Honestly, it's a part of business that I really like tapping in like hard marketing.
Yeah, I think like some of the takeaways from this for anyone at home listening or in the salon listening is that, sure, what we're talking about is probably the highest end of the spectrum, but like this is all achievable for anyone.
Oh, 100%. I'm from a very small city of like 50,000 people. If like I still get message to this day, people saying like, I can't believe you're where you are now, and I cannot believe it myself. Like I came from nothing, no rich parents that helps me. Like people always like make like a perception, you know, of someone. So if I can do it, honestly, everybody can do it.
You must be so proud.
I don't realize it, but yeah, I'm happy, I'm proud of my team. And yeah, I can believe that like all of these clients and people want to work for me and come to the salon. That's awesome.
That's amazing. I want to talk about your team. Tell us about your team. Like there's 25 of them, you know, who helps you on your campaign planning?
I've been only by myself for everything marketing. I've been working with Florence, which is my right arm. She's amazing for like 2 years like on and off kind of. So she's like a genius. So she helps me with everything like strategy, product development, and marketing. So she does her email marketing, also blog. She helps a lot with the e-commerce. So I work closely with her. But other than that, like every content is all me, and marketing is all me. Yeah. So I'm managing 3 platforms right now. So for hair, like salon owners that says they cannot like find the time to run one platform, this is a lie, you guys. Find the time.
Find the time.
Yeah. And it's sacrifice. Like you need to like sacrifice maybe a half day of clients per week, but for the long run, it's definitely worth it.
So are you still on the floor?
Only 2 days a week and cutting to 1 day eventually, just because this year I'm gonna travel a lot for education. So that's why I need to, and because of also our e-commerce, and I wanna make sure I work like almost full time on this project. So I'm gonna be working on 1 day.
It needs the time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a startup. Like I need to put in the time if I want some results.
So what do you say to salon owners that maybe want to get off the floor but are in the bit of that like golden handcuff phase?
Yeah. I feel like there's always like, in French we say à la croisée des chemins. It means you're always, you know, like one decision away to like cross a different path, and that's the place where it's like, oh my God, if I take 1 day off from the floor, I'm gonna be doing less money, but you need to invest like that time if you wanna grow. I feel like otherwise you're always gonna be stuck in the same hole. So honestly, just do it. I feel like it's not human to be working 4 or 5 days behind the chair if you wanna grow a business. Because if you're doing hair, you're working in your business and not on your business. I feel like if you wanna grow and like make a difference in your business, you need to invest the time in that.
Pink, my goodness, it's been so lovely having you on. I'm so thankful for your time, and this conversation's been so valuable.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Where can people find you if they want to follow you? And
very simple, at Pink La Blonde on TikTok, Instagram. If you want to go take a look at the salon at Pink La Blonde Club, and our website is www.pinklablonde.com. Easy.